My life is filled with gloom. So day after day,
I've made your asses. You can't fire me.
It came as a surprise to fans when David Ruffin, the lead singer of the group, was fired from Temptations. But what shocked people was the fact that Otis William claimed he fired David due to the fact that he changed and became selfish, looking out for himself more than anyone else in the group.
Why was David Ruffin fired from the Temptations?
Well, when we first started out, we made a vow that we would not change.
Otis also claimed that David was seduced by offers of going solo in his career and that the singer had too many vices going on in his life, one being his drug problem.
Success can act as a very strong aphrodisiac, you know, and when you are a group, you have to move and think as one unit. You cannot have five guys going, you know, five different directions.
David Ruffin denied these claims, stating that he had been too important to the group as a lead vocalist to just be casually fired.
Well, all the headlines said I was fired, you know, but I don't see how you could fire someone out of a group of that magnitude.
He also claimed that he had left the group due to having different business views, and fans speculated the two men just didn't stand each other.
But there were some differences business-wise, and at that time, things just could not be smoothed out.
Fans recalled the time when Otis prohibited David's brother from joining the Temptations, stating that he performed horribly. Fans felt that Otis just disliked David Ruffin and did everything he could to make his life miserable to the extent of firing him. Some believe that the dancing thing seems to be an excuse to upset David Ruffin by not allowing his brother to join, despite the guy being actually talented. But why did the two members not stand each other? Was it actually jealousy within the group, or did David actually have a significant impact on his own outcome? Let's get into it. David Ruffin's journey through the echelons of Motown royalty was marked by unparalleled talent, shadowed by personal turmoil. As the unmistakable voice behind some of the Temptations' most enduring hits, Ruffin's contributions to the soul and R&B genres are indisputable. Yet, his life off stage was a complex narrative of triumphs overshadowed by battles with addiction, tumultuous relationships within one of music's most iconic groups, and a controversial demise that left more questions than answers. His story is not just one of musical genius, but also a cautionary tale of the pitfalls that often accompany fame. Ruffin's tenure with the Temptations was a period of unmatched success for the group, but it was also a time rife with internal conflicts, largely fueled by his increasingly erratic behavior and substance misuse. These issues not only strained his relationships with fellow band members, but also led to his eventual and contentious departure from the group. The details of his life, filled with both spectacular highs and devastating lows, paint a portrait of a man who was as much a victim of his demons as he was a victor in his musical endeavors. David Ruffin's entry into the world on January 18, 1941, in Wynot, Mississippi, was the beginning of a life that would become as notable for its controversies as for its musical achievements. Born into poverty, Ruffin's early years were marred by hardship and the loss of his mother at a tender age. His father, Eli Ruffin, was a strict and, by many accounts, abusive figure who introduced David and his siblings to music through performances in churches. This early exposure to music was a double-edged sword, offering both an escape from the difficulties of his upbringing and a precursor to the challenges that would follow him into adulthood. Ruffin's move to Detroit in the early 1960s marked the start of his professional music career, but it also plunged him into an environment where his talents and vulnerabilities would be equally tested. His joining the Temptations in 1964 was a turning point, not just for his career, but also for the group's dynamic. Ruffin's distinctive voice and charismatic stage presence quickly became central to the Temptations' identity, leading to unprecedented success for the group. However, this success did not come without its costs. From the outset, Ruffin's relationship with the other members of the Temptations was fraught with tension. His insistence on standout treatment, including demands to rename the group David Ruffin and the Temptations, sowed discord and resentment among his bandmates. This demand for special recognition was emblematic of the controversies that would come to define much of Ruffin's life and career. His behavior, increasingly influenced by substance abuse, became unpredictable and problematic, straining professional relationships and contributing to a volatile atmosphere within the group. These early signs of trouble foreshadowed the complex interplay of talent and turmoil that would characterize Ruffin's time with the Temptations and beyond. As David Ruffin's influence within the Temptations grew, so too did the group's commercial success. Hits like My Girl and Ain't Too Proud to Beg not only cemented their place in the annals of Motown history, but also showcased Ruffin's unique vocal prowess. However, this meteoric rise to fame was paralleled by a growing list of controversies that threatened to overshadow the group's achievements. Ruffin's behavior, both on and off stage, became a source of constant tension, marking a period of internal strife that contrasted sharply with their public image. Ruffin's penchant for the spotlight did not sit well with his bandmates, who viewed his actions as attempts to diminish their contributions to the group's success. His demand for preferential treatment, such as arriving at concerts in his own limousine separate from the rest of the group, was seen as divisive. This behavior not only fueled resentment within the Temptations, but also began to alienate their fan base, who were drawn to the group's collective talent rather than the prominence of any single member. The controversies surrounding Ruffin extended beyond interpersonal conflicts. His increasing reliance on drugs became a major concern, affecting his reliability and performance quality. Stories of missed performances and erratic behavior during shows began to circulate, tarnishing the group's professional reputation. The situation reached a tipping point when Ruffin's substance abuse led to missed recording sessions and live performances, forcing the group to make difficult decisions about their future direction. Ruffin's personal life also became fodder for public scrutiny, with his tumultuous relationships and encounters with law enforcement further complicating his public image. These controversies, while highlighting the challenges of fame and success in the music industry, also underscored the fragile balance between artistic genius and personal turmoil. Ruffin's rise to fame with the Temptations was undeniably marked by incredible musical achievements, but it was also a period characterized by conflict and controversy, casting a long shadow over their legacy. David Ruffin's tenure with the Temptations was as tumultuous personally as it was successful professionally. His personal struggles, particularly with substance abuse, became a central theme of his life, deeply affecting his relationships with band members and contributing to a series of feuds that would become as legendary as the music they produced together. Ruffin's addiction to drugs, especially coke, was an open secret that cast a long shadow over his career, exacerbating tensions within the group and leading to numerous confrontations. The feuds within the Temptations often centered around Ruffin's behavior and its impact on the group's dynamics. His insistence on special treatment and his unpredictable nature due to his drug use created a rift between him and the other members, particularly Otis Williams and Melvin Franklin, who were seen as the stabilizing forces of the group. Ruffin's actions, including missing rehearsals and performances without notice, not only strained professional relationships, but also eroded the brotherhood that had been a key element of the group's early success. Moreover, Ruffin's personal life was marked by volatility, including high-profile relationships and equally public breakups that often ended in legal disputes. His marriage to singer Tammy Terrell was particularly contentious, with reports of domestic violence that further tarnished his reputation. These personal battles spilled over into his professional life, leading to a cycle of negative publicity that the Temptations struggled to manage. The culmination of these personal struggles and feuds was Ruffin's eventual dismissal from the group in 1968. This decision, while difficult, was seen as necessary by the other members to preserve the integrity and future of the Temptations. Ruffin's departure marked the end of an era for the group, but it also opened a new chapter of challenges as they navigated the aftermath of his controversial tenure. The legacy of David Ruffin's time with the Temptations is a complex tapestry of breathtaking musical achievements intertwined with personal demons and interpersonal conflicts that would forever define his story. David Ruffin's departure from the Temptations in 1968 was a pivotal moment that reflected the culmination of years of escalating tensions and controversies within the group. His increasing demands for special recognition, coupled with a growing dependency on drugs, had created an untenable situation. Ruffin's insistence on being the focal point, proposing the group be renamed David Ruffin and the Temptations, was a significant source of friction. This demand was not only a reflection of his ego, but also a stark deviation from the group's ethos of unity and equality among its members. The controversies surrounding Ruffin's behavior extended beyond internal group dynamics. His frequent absences from rehearsals and performances, often attributed to his drug use, had become a liability. These absences were not just a matter of missed engagements. They represented a breach of the professional and personal trust that had once bound the group together. The situation reached a critical point when Ruffin missed a key performance, forcing the group to take the stage without him. This incident was a clear signal that the group could no longer function with Ruffin as part of its lineup. The decision to part ways with Ruffin was fraught with difficulty and emotion. Despite the challenges he posed, his contributions to the group's success were undeniable. However, the escalating controversies and the impact on the group's cohesion and reputation made his departure inevitable. The aftermath of Ruffin's exit was marked by legal battles and public disputes as he struggled to come to terms with the end of his tenure with the Temptations. His attempts to rejoin the group were met with resistance, underscoring the deep rifts that had formed. Ruffin's departure from the Temptations was not just the end of his association with the group. It was a moment that highlighted the complex interplay between talent, ego, and the challenges of maintaining harmony within one of music's most iconic ensembles. The controversies that led to his exit would continue to shape his career and legacy, serving as a cautionary tale of the potential pitfalls of fame and success in the entertainment industry. Following his departure from the Temptations, David Ruffin embarked on a solo career that, while showcasing his undeniable talent, was also fraught with challenges that mirrored the controversies of his past. His solo debut was marked by success with hits like "My Whole World Ended, the Moment You Left Me," which seemed to promise a flourishing career ahead. However, Ruffin's personal demons, particularly his ongoing battle with drug addiction, continued to cast a long shadow over his achievements. Ruffin's solo journey was a roller coaster of highs and lows. While he managed to produce music that resonated with his fans, his career was plagued by inconsistency and unreliability, much of it attributed to his substance abuse. This addiction not only affected his ability to maintain a steady output of music, but also led to frequent run-ins with the law, further complicating his attempts to rebuild his career. His erratic behavior and legal troubles became as much a part of his narrative as his musical output, overshadowing his contributions to the industry. The controversies surrounding Ruffin's life extended into his relationships within the music industry. Despite attempts to collaborate with other artists and producers, his unpredictable nature made these partnerships challenging. His reputation for being difficult to work with hindered potential opportunities that could have revitalized his career. Moreover, Ruffin's financial struggles became public, with reports of unpaid taxes and debts contributing to a narrative of decline. Despite these challenges, Ruffin's talent remained undeniable. His voice, characterized by its emotive depth and raw power, continued to earn him admiration from fans and peers alike. However, the ongoing battle with his personal issues meant that his solo career never fully realized the potential that his early success with the Temptations had suggested. Ruffin's life post-Temptations serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities of navigating fame and personal turmoil, highlighting the fragile balance between artistic genius and the pitfalls of the entertainment industry. David Ruffin's legacy within the music industry is a complex tapestry woven from threads of unparalleled vocal talent, groundbreaking performances, and a life marred by controversy. Despite the personal struggles and feuds that characterized much of his career, Ruffin's influence on the soul and R&B genres is undeniable. His tenure with the Temptations introduced a new depth to the group's sound, with his gritty, emotive vocal style becoming a hallmark of their biggest hits. However, the same intensity that Ruffin brought to his music often spilled over into his personal life, leading to a series of controversies that would both define and overshadow his contributions to music. Ruffin's influence extends beyond the hits he helped to popularize. He set a standard for vocal excellence and stage presence that would inspire generations of artists. His ability to convey complex emotions through his singing made songs like My Girl and Ain't Too Proud to Beg timeless classics, resonating with audiences decades after their release. Yet his legacy is also a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of fame. His struggles with addiction and the impact it had on his relationships and career serve as stark reminders of the challenges faced by artists in the spotlight. The controversies surrounding Ruffin's life, his tumultuous departure from the Temptations, his battles with substance abuse, and his legal and financial troubles have become as much a part of his story as his musical achievements. These aspects of his life have fueled discussions about the pressures of fame and the importance of support systems for artists grappling with personal demons. In the years following his death, Ruffin's influence remains palpable. He is celebrated for his contributions to music and remembered for the raw, passionate intensity he brought to every performance. His legacy is a blend of musical genius and human vulnerability, a testament to the enduring power of his artistry despite the controversies that accompanied his life and career. David Ruffin's death on June 1, 1991, in a Philadelphia hospital due to an adverse reaction to drugs, namely coke, marked a tragic end to a life filled with both remarkable talent and profound struggles. The circumstances surrounding his death were shrouded in controversy, adding a final chapter of intrigue to his tumultuous life story. Reports emerged that a money belt containing $300,000, earnings from a successful month-long tour in England, was missing from his body, leading his family and friends to suspect foul play. This speculation was further fueled by portrayals in media, such as the Temptations television miniseries, which depicted Ruffin's body being thrown from a moving car in front of a hospital. The aftermath of Ruffin's death was as contentious as his life had been. His estate filed a lawsuit against NBC and other entities involved in the making of the miniseries, claiming defamation for the portrayal of his death. The legal battle highlighted the ongoing disputes over Ruffin's legacy, with his family seeking to protect his reputation posthumously. Despite these efforts, the court ruled against Ruffin's estate, leaving a lingering sense of unresolved injustice among his loved ones. Ruffin's death also reignited discussions about the darker side of the music industry, particularly the challenges artists face with substance abuse and the pressures of fame. His passing served as a somber reminder of the potential consequences of these struggles, casting a shadow over the legacy of one of Motown's brightest stars. Despite the controversies that marked his life and death, David Ruffin's influence on music remains undeniable. His voice, characterized by its raw emotion and power, continues to inspire artists and captivate audiences. The complexities of his life story, including the circumstances of his untimely death, contribute to the enduring fascination with his character, ensuring that his legacy will continue to be explored and debated for years to come. David Ruffin's journey through the heights of musical fame to the depths of personal despair encapsulates a narrative rich in talent, turmoil, and controversy. His indelible mark on the soul and R&B genres, characterized by his distinctive, emotive voice and dynamic stage presence, remains a testament to his artistic genius. Yet the controversies that shadowed his career, from his tumultuous tenure with the Temptations to his struggles with addiction and the mysterious circumstances surrounding his death, offer a poignant reflection on the complexities of fame. Ruffin's story is a compelling saga of a man who, despite his extraordinary talents, grappled with demons that ultimately shaped his legacy as much as his music did. The controversies that enveloped his life serve as a cautionary tale about the vulnerabilities of artists in the limelight, highlighting the need for support and understanding in navigating the perils of fame. As we look back on David Ruffin's life and career, we are reminded of the human behind the legend. His legacy, interwoven with controversy, continues to evoke a spectrum of emotions, from admiration for his musical contributions to empathy for his personal battles. Ruffin's life story, marked by its highs and lows, remains a powerful narrative of talent, tragedy, and the enduring impact of an unforgettable voice in the annals of music history. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.